Kids can be so cruel. It didn't matter what I did. And it wasn't until years later that I had surgery to have it removed.
What is the most personal reason you got into aesthetics or wellness?
I spent my childhood, adolescence, and young adult life hiding. I had gynecomastia, which is breast tissue in males. It was a mild case, but it was still there. I especially noticed it after that day at the pool. We would go to the neighborhood pool, and they had a grassy area to run around and play games in. And we were about middle of grade school by now, but this younger kid who I didn't know came up to me out of the blue and just said, "You need a sports bra." It was one sentence, but it made an impact for a decade. It changed the way I dressed. It dictated what I wore, the social situations I put myself in. I wore shirts in the pools. I would wear compression clothing. It knocked my self-confidence down, and it didn't matter what I did. Even in going into high school, I was on the wrestling team, and it didn't matter whether I wrestled at 125-pound weight class or 145-pound weight class. It didn't matter how much fat I gained or lost or muscle mass I gained or lost. It was still there, and it was still prevalent to me. And it wasn't until later that I had surgery to have it removed. It wasn't even 100% removed. It was 90% improved, but that was good enough for me. It was so freeing. I wasn't burdened by those concerns of how I thought people would look at me or how I saw myself or, worrying about what I needed to wear. It cleared up a lot of mental real estate, not having to think about those things. And that was fantastic, to be honest. So what got me into aesthetics or wellness? I would say the fact that I know how much just the smallest changes in your appearance can impact you. It can change your self-perspective for the better, give you some self-confidence back, and ultimately change your whole life.